on the morning train and Iowa's favorite country, K97. Big thank you for that. It is the bottom of the hour, 8:30 is the time. We're at 4 degrees here in Fort Dodge. Almost feel like Chuck Woolery doing that, Rhonda. Only his was 2, 2 and 2. Right back with you. Remember that? Yeah. Yeah. You can do that. Anybody, by the way, good morning to Rhonda from Almost Home. She had some things going on last week. She wasn't with us, but she's back with us again this week. Rhonda, good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you. Good to be back.
Now, you and I've had many people comment and say, I love Almost Home segment because you and Rhonda, are about the same age and you remember the same things and you talk about things from back in the day. We could do this to anybody back in our day. You could go like this and they would know exactly what you're talking about. They would know that. Yeah. Chuck Woolery from Love Connection. We're back in 2 and 2, right back at you. Remember?
Right back. Yeah, exactly. And Chuck Woolery was so, he was on like everything. Because wasn't he the original Wheel of Fortune guy too?
Before Pat Sajak. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
It was him and Susan Stafford. She was the letter turner. Actually, when you actually had to work to turn the letters.
Yeah, instead of just touching it.
Well, yeah, even now.
I looked up.
What's that?
I looked up what Vanna White makes. $10 million a year to touch that letter.
Does she even touch it anymore, or does she just kind of look at it? It just zips, to the number that it is. I mean, or the letter that it is.
Yeah. Actually, I think you're right. I'm not sure she even has to touch it now.
Well, here's the thing, Rhonda. You and I both have hands. We could. I'll do that for $1 million. You don't need to pay me $10 million.
Yeah. We could be a bargain. I mean, Wheel of Fortune doesn't know what they're missing out on.
Yeah, they'd bring me on with Pat Sajak, and their ratings would go straight down, man.
I don't know. I think you could step in for him.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You could handle the letters. You could touch that. Hey, I'll tell you what. Here's the deal. You get both of us to replace Pat Sajak and Vanna White, and we'll do it for, let's say, $1.5 million. That's $750K a piece.
Sure.
Okay.
That'd be good.
I'm good with that.
Or I was thinking we could do it for 2.5. We could, we'd take the 1.5 and then we'd give the $1 million to Almost Home.
Oh.
Because that would, there
Good
we
idea.
go.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could call it Almost Home's Wheel of Fortune.
That's right.
Perfect.
And when they spin the wheel, you could win a kitty.
There you go. And all the puzzles could be about cats and dogs.
Yeah, there we go.
Boy, that show would just explode on the airways, wouldn't it? I mean, literally explode. It would.
I think it might.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I'd do that for 2.5 though. I mean, 1.5 for you and I to split, $750K a piece. Because in radio, to make $750,000, I have to work about 80 years, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be able to do that. So yeah, and that's 80 years, plus. Anyway,
that's a little long. It's a little long.
Yeah. Well, considering I would have had to have started when I was like 11, just to hopefully get, because then at 91 I could retire and have a comfortable life for about 4 months.
There you go. Exactly.
Oh, Rhonda, good to have you back.
At 91, you might just keep on talking, because why not?
You know what? My mother, God love her, she passed away at age 87, and to the day she passed away, she was like, she just was mom. There was not a lot of filter to what she was going to say. And if you didn't like it, she flat out told you, look, I'm 87 years old. I have the right to say what I want to say. I wasn't going to argue with her.
Yeah, really. Well, far be it from me to say anything.
Whatever works for you, Mom, because she had hands of steel, even at 87 years old. They were like eagle talons. And if they got a hold of you, you weren't going anywhere. No matter how hard you struggled, you were not going anywhere. So even at 87, I'm like, Mom, you can say whatever you want. You do whatever you want.
Yep, exactly. That works.
I will never forget. And I don't even know how to delicately put this. I will never forget stopping over at Mom's one time. This is when she was in her mid 80s, early 80s, somewhere in that range. And she was a big fan of Oprah. And she was watching Oprah. And they were having a discussion about certain adult things. And Mom asked me what one of them was, and when I explained it to her, she said, "Why would anybody want to do that?" And then I thought, "Okay, Mom, whatever."
You should have just said, "I have no idea what that is, Mom."
Well,
sorry.
I did. I acted like I was looking it up on my phone. Well, let me check it out, Mom, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
let me look it up. Yeah.
well, but back in my mom's day, and I don't know how old your parents are or were, but back in my mom's day, my mom had, there's 10 of us, so those kinds of things were, they were not so pleasurable for the woman, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Oh, where did this conversation go, Rhonda? How did we go from Chuck Woolery to that?
It's going down some kind of path. I'm not sure what kind, but
oh, you and I have become like Joe Denham and I on Thursdays, man. We just never know where we're gonna go. Holy smoke, this is
started out with Chuck Woolery and
it ended with Oprah and adult conversations. There you go. So
exactly.
Well,
maybe we should request a Steely Dan song for the request of the
Stuck
day.
in the middle. You want to do that one, or what do you want to do?
Sure.
Oh, Rhonda. Oh my goodness. I think we're gonna have to start bringing you on with Joe Denham and I, because with the three of us, it could be the most chaotic thing ever in broadcasting.
It might be entertaining, though.
It might lose my license too, but who knows? You're a lawyer. You can represent us and go, "No, you're not taking the license away. Here's why."
That's right. That's right.
Woo! After this conversation,
You try. That's
Rhonda,
right.
let's talk about the fur baby, shall we?
Let's talk about the fur babies. I think that's a great idea. Fur babies are good. We have actually an online newsletter starting. So if you want to sign up for that, go to our almosthomeiowa.org website, and you can sign up for an online newsletter so you can keep up on everything that's going on out there. And the first newsletter is going to come out in March. So head out there right now and sign up, because that'll be interesting. And then I think I lost you. And then we're having our virtual fur ball that's going to start February 22nd. And that will run through the Saturday, the 27th. And we're going to have different things going on at the fur ball every day. There'll be some, thing you can see. And you can go to our Facebook page to see all the items, or you can go to 32auctions.com/almosthomeiowa. And that will also let you see the auction items. So we're excited about that. With our, again, with COVID, we have had to do some different things as far as, our fundraiser. So we didn't have the fur ball last year. So we're hoping this one at least gives us a little shot in the arm. So that's what we're doing right now.
Absolutely. Much needed too, with COVID being like it was. Sorry, I took myself out of the studio and put myself in the green room because I couldn't quit laughing. So and I thought, I don't want to keep distracting her. So I'm just going to step out for a couple of seconds here and get my composure.
It's okay.
I was thinking.
I could tell I was still on.
I was thinking while I was there in the green room, boy, if there's a radio purgatory, I'm on my way there, I guess. But anyway, yes, the fur ball is so important because, as Rhonda, as you pointed out, and as many of our listeners know, many of our people that follow and support Almost Home know, last year, because of COVID, that wasn't able to happen. And that is your biggest fundraiser of the year. So the fact that you are still providing the great services that you are without your biggest fundraiser of the year, that speaks highly, number one, for the board of directors who know how to govern and run it. And number two, for the amazing support that you've got from this area to help make that happen.
Yep. And our staff. Our staff is
absolutely
phenomenal. Yep. So, yeah. And you're right. The support we get, again, I can't thank you guys enough, because when we put a plea out, it's like we get stuff immediately practically. So, thanks to your listeners who are out there going, yeah, I can go on Amazon and ship some, clumping kitty litter to them or whatever. So
very much needed clumping kitty litter. Yes.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's back on the top of our list again. So, but yeah, you guys are fantastic. Your listeners are great. And without that collaboration, we would be hurting. So
absolutely,
we appreciate it a lot.
Could you imagine if you and I took over Wheel of Fortune and we were able to give $1 million a year to Almost Home, we'd never have to talk about clumping kitty litter again, ever.
No, we would just get a truckload. I mean, like literally,
Right.
just have semis pull up with it. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
They have a Decker truck trailer just sitting out there the entire time, filled with clumping kitty litter. You'd never run out. You and I wouldn't even remember the words clumping kitty litter.
Yes, exactly. And that would be a nice word to forget because we do talk about it a lot. So.
Yes, we do. But that's a big need going on. Rhonda, we touch on just a few of the needs every week, but again, and I know we may sound like a parrot or a broken record repeating this every week, but I think it's so important. Think about what you go through with your own pet or pets. Multiply that times 100 or 50 or however many pets you got. That's what Almost Home goes through on a daily basis, and that's why the need is there. And also to remind people, you do not get government funding. You are literally open on the generosity of others. And we're so blessed to have Almost Home in our area, without a doubt. So these are the things that they need as far as just basic. They're at the top of the list. Now, the list is taller than Rhonda. If you've ever met Rhonda, she's, no offense, you're not the tallest person on the planet. Neither am I. But you're a little bit shorter than me. What's your fiance? Sure. Well, is your fiance, what, about 6'6"? Is that what he is?
No. He's about 5'6". So
okay.
We fit. Yeah.
You guys are perfect then. Oh, that's
exactly.
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I was thinking if he's 6'6", wow, that's gonna be an interesting watching you guys walk down the street or something. But
yeah, like Jeff or something. Whoever.
But you guys really, your list of things that you need is extremely long because there's so much. Just on a daily, we didn't talk about cleaning supplies today. We didn't talk about a washer and dryer, which is my goal. To get you an industrial washer and dryer before the end of this year. By golly, we're going to make it happen. We didn't talk about laundry soap. We didn't talk about blankets, and I mean, there's so many things you guys go through that you just don't think about, but it's on the needs list.
Yep. And I mentioned, one of my friends was getting rid of carpet because she'd gotten new carpet and she had extra. When they laid the new carpet, they had extra pieces, and so she Googled. Who can use leftover pieces, and Humane Societies came up, and I didn't even know we took that, but we do. So, it's amazing the kind of stuff that we can recycle and reuse, and it doesn't go to landfill.
Well, what a great idea. I mean, even a bigger dog isn't going to take, that much carpet to have something to lay on and be comfortable and relax.
Right, exactly. So yeah, that was a great idea. The other thing that's on the top of our list this week is Purina kitten chow, because we've got a lot of kittens, so we need some chow for them.
There you go. Let's get everything we can do to help Almost Home like we always do. And Rhonda, I think it's so neat when you come back a week later and you say, the staff got to work and there was stuff waiting right there on the bench as you walk in, right there by the door, and that's neat. I mean, that is a complete act of generosity because you're not looking for a thank you or the limelight, or so to speak. You're just saying, exactly. Hey, I'm here to help. That's what the bottom line is.
Yep. And we do encourage, if people want their little kids to participate in learning philanthropy, call our staff and we'll make it they can come in and we'll get a, socially distanced picture with your child and their donation and a pet. So, because we do like to give little kids a bigger shout out because it's cute and they appreciate it. So, just make sure you let our staff know and they'll make that happen.
Absolutely. And if we can somehow arrange it, I know it's difficult with schedules and positions and so forth, but if we can somehow arrange it where maybe a child or some children come in with a donation that we could get them on the air with us, even if, I can put them in a third box, even if we get them on from their home, that would be really cool as well. That would be really cool.
That would be very cool. Yeah, that would be very cool.
Because last year that the lemonade stands fired up for, and a lot of that was donated to Almost Home?
Yes, we had, I don't know how many kids did lemonade stands first last year. It was awesome. We would need hot chocolate stands right now. It's cold.
And electric blanket stands and all kinds of stuff. Yes. Well, let's make sure that we'll give them some love when we get to the summertime and kids are out of school and they're doing the lemonade and Kool-Aid stands again if they donate to Almost Home. That's really neat that they do that.
That would be a hoot. We can make that happen.
Absolutely. Well, before we get to the features of the week, got a couple of comments in here. What's up, Darren, Rhonda, and the Fur Babies? Wheel of Fortune is my show. Yeah, well, Drake, it wouldn't be if Rhonda and I took over, that's for sure. But Darren, you make that in a week. Yeah, I make that in a week. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's why I'm still sitting right here, because I make that in a week. Did Greg get
Greg did
adopted?
not.
Oh,
No,
you know
Greg did
what?
not get adopted.
When Andrea had Greg on last week, he was such an adorable cat, and he was just so laid back, big boy,
Yeah.
but he was so
Yeah.
laid back and just like, you know what? I'm a cool cat, man. I'm just hanging.
He is. There are so many I mean, it's hard to pick. It really is hard to pick one, but Greg does have that, like, yeah, you could just see him with the sunglasses on, like, yeah, I'm just cool.
I hate to say this because we try to be anti-smoking, but the band Blues Traveler, their logo is like a street cat kind of thing with the sunglasses
Yes.
and the cigarette hanging out of the mouth, So that just kind of how Greg was like, you know what, I'm cool,
Yeah.
You had Fonzie, now you got me. It's just that simple.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, he like have a little black leather jacket on. I mean, you see him.
A little do-rag on him, man, he would be just rocking it, wouldn't he? Absolutely. Remember to keep your pets warm. Yeah, Stumpy. Good call. Good call.
That is a good call. It is too cold for everybody to be outside. So please, please, please bring them in.
Absolutely do not leave your pet out, chained out, whatever in this. Don't leave them in the backyard, even if you got a fenced in back. Don't leave them out, period, man. This is not, you can say, well, it's in their genes, for colder weather. Not every breed of dog or cat is it's got that in their genes. Maybe, hundreds of years down the lineage, but not now. So yeah, don't do that to them. By the way, big thank you to Stumpy. Yesterday was National Pizza Day, and my boy brought me one of his pizzas that I'd never had before. Double thumbs up. If I can get them both in there. There we go. And double man right there. Then he brought me some of the Stumpy Bites. Incredible. So appreciate that greatly, my friend. That was great. For a guy that I pick on ruthlessly, and he brings me a pizza, I should almost feel bad, but I don't. I mean,
he likes it. We know he likes it.
I do too. He is in general, and in all honesty, he's a great guy. And again, a big thanks to my man Stumpy's Bar and Grill for bringing the pizza. Not only but we had a few of our staff around here that enjoyed that, and some of the Stumpy Bites yesterday as well. So made our day, man. That was fantastic. Well, Rhonda, speaking of making a day, let's make the day of a couple of features because we want them to find their forever home.
Exactly. So this week we have Poppy, and Poppy is a boxer Vizsla mix. She's brown and has kind of black markings on her face. She's a very pretty dog. She was an owner surrender. She is just under 2 years old. She's about a year and 10 months. So if you adopt her now, you can have her second birthday party with her. So I think somebody should keep that in mind and come get her. But she's a very sweet dog. And other dogs, but not so much with other cats. So it would probably need to be a catless home because she's just not a fan. But she's a very, very affectionate dog, knows how to play with kids already. She's ready to bring into your home. And then our kitty of the week is Sparrow, and Sparrow is a male tabby cat, so domestic short hair. He's about 9 months old, but he's kind of had a hard knocks life because he had an injury to his right eye, which has left him blind in that eye, but it doesn't affect him at all as far as getting around or doing anything. But he just needs a nice warm home to head to. So he's a very pretty cat, and like I say, 9 months old, and he's cuddly and friendly and not just would fit right in. So either one of those. And last week, like Dawn asked, Greg is still there and Shortcake are still there. So
Shortcake is a very, very pretty little Scott Terrier mix. She's very little, very pretty little girl.
Yep. So I have not heard whether they have applications in. I don't expect either one of them actually to last very long. I think they'll get adopted soon. But so if you are interested in them, you better step up your game and get out and get an application in. So, absolutely. But this week, Poppy and Sparrow.
Poppy and Sparrow. Let's get them their forever home as well. And again, if you're looking for the coolest cat since Morris from 9 Lives, that's Greg. You get that taken care of as well, without a doubt. Rhonda, again, a big thank you to you for taking the time out. I know you're always busy. For the amazing staff out at Almost Home. I got to meet a couple of them last week when they were on the video with with Andrea, and very, very sweet. And just to say thank you to them in person, so to speak, for all the work they do. It was much deserved, to say the very least.
Yeah, happy Andrea suggested going out to the shelter and doing this from there, because I thought, well, that's a cool idea. Then she can actually show you the pet. So that was good.
Absolutely. That was very cool. It's very cool to see. Greg just climbed up in her lap and just ducked his head inside of her elbow and like, I'm done, man. I'm done.
That's right. And again, with a name like, how can you not be cool? You know?
Yeah, exactly, man. He was a pretty gray too. I mean, just a very pretty cat, very pretty cat. But Ron, again, thank you also to you and the board for all your commitment to volunteerism that you do to make Almost Home run like it does, and especially during a difficult time like last year. We're going to talk more about the fur ball as we get closer and closer into the online aspect of that. But you, Charlie, you guys stay warm today. We're only at 4 degrees right now, and we're expecting a -20 wind chill again tonight. So you guys stay warm.
We're planning on staying in. Definitely.
Good call. Good call. And I will see if I can contact the executive directors and producers of Wheel of Fortune and throw them our offer.
I think that's a wonderful idea. I'm sure they'll jump on it. So, to all the listeners, this could be our swan song, but we don't think so. But we'll be back for sure.
If you don't see Rhonda and I in a couple of weeks here on this video stream, you're going to know we landed the Wheel of Fortune gig. So
that's right. That's right.
Rhonda, you have a fabulous
day. You too.
We'll talk to you next week. All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, Rhonda. Bye-bye. That's our good friend Rhonda from Almost Home Humane Society here in Fort Dodge. She's always a lot of fun to talk to. And again, her and I have so much in common as far as remembering things from the day. Well, I can't even get both my hands in there. The day. There we go. But a big thank you to Rhonda and the board of directors. Stumpy's on the board, and a big thank you to every one of them for their volunteerism, because they don't obviously get paid for that, but they do make Almost Home function from that level. And then, of course, as Rhonda said, the amazing staff out there as well. And then, of course, you, the great people that are so big-hearted, that donate to them in any way that you can, through food, through a couple of dollars here and there, through whatever it may be. It all makes a difference. And again, big thank you. I'll speak for them from Almost Home for your generosity. It is 8 minutes before the top of the hour. We are still sitting at 4 degrees here in Fort Dodge. When we come back, we got some more What You Want to Hear Wednesday favorites, like On the Road Again. Mr. Willie Nelson on the way. Stay right here on